Hello, and welcome to the Ask the Pastor video podcast. I'm Kent Bertrand, pastor of the Bridge Church in Gilbert, Arizona. The purpose of these podcasts is to answer some of the questions that you have about the Bible and the Christian faith. I want to remind you, as I always do, that it's never the job of any pastor or other spiritual leader to think for you. It's the job of any pastor or spiritual leader to encourage you to pray and read the Bible and think through these things for yourself. Therefore, I invite your comments on our Facebook group page, Bridge Church, Arizona. Today's question has to do with whether or not reincarnation is compatible with the Bible. Now, we can get into a long discussion about what reincarnation is and why it happens, so I invite you, if you have further questions, to contact me. But let me simply say this. The Bible teaches very clearly that there is an afterlife after we die, and that we do not come back to this earth. It says in Hebrews chapter 9, verse 27, it is appointed for people to die once, and after that, face judgment. So whatever happens to you after you die, the Bible does not teach that you come back. In the Hinduism and Buddhism, reincarnation is based on the idea that you have a karmic debt that you need to come pay. So after you've lived your life, there's sort of bad deeds that have built up that you need to come back to sort of redeem or pay off or deal with by living another life. So the idea in Buddhism, for example, is that you continue to come back in a cycle of death and rebirth until you can break free and then enter nirvana. But that's very different from the view of the Bible, which says that no matter how many times we swap out our body, we could never reach a point where on our own we could deal with all the bad things we do. The reality is we all do things we shouldn't do, and what we need is someone to save us from that. And that's what Jesus did. He came and died on the cross, acknowledging that if it was up to us to be good enough to get into heaven, up to us to be good enough to pay off all our debt, we could never do it. But Jesus did it. And because of that, we can put our trust in Him and have eternal life. If you have further questions or comments or agreements or disagreements, I invite you again to contact us at Bridge Church, Arizona on Facebook. For the Bridge Church, I'm Kent Bertrand. Thank you and God bless.